The story of the Mayan civilization is one of ingenuity, resilience, and profound mystery. Emerging from the dense jungles and rolling highlands of Mesoamerica, the Maya developed one of the most sophisticated cultures in the ancient world. Their legacy stretches across present-day southern Mexico, Guatemala, Belize, Honduras, and El Salvador, leaving behind awe-inspiring ruins, intricate hieroglyphs, and an enduring fascination with their achievements. The earliest traces of Maya society date back to around 2000 BCE, when small agricultural communities began to take root in the region. Over centuries, these settlements grew in complexity. By the pre-classic period, which spanned from roughly 2000 BCE to 250 CE, the Maya had already begun constructing ceremonial centers and experimenting with monumental architecture. The cultivation of maize, beans, squash, and chili peppers became central to their way of life, providing the sustenance needed for burgeoning populations. As the centuries passed, the Maya transitioned into the Classic period, which lasted from approximately 250 to 900 CE. During this era, their civilization reached astonishing heights. Great city-states like Tikal, Palenque, Copan, and Calakmul rose from the jungle, their towering temples and palaces adorned with ornate carvings and glyphs. Each city-state operated as an independent kingdom, ruled by powerful kings known as Ajor. These rulers claimed divine ancestry and oversaw complex administrative systems, supported by priests, scribes, artisans, and laborers. A hallmark of the Maya was their mastery of writing and mathematics. They developed the most advanced writing system in pre-Columbian Americas, composed of hundreds of hieroglyphic symbols. These glyphs recorded royal lineages, historical events, astronomical observations, and religious rituals on stone monuments, pottery, and codices made from bark paper. Their mathematical prowess was equally impressive. The Maya conceived of 0 centuries before it appeared in the Old World, and their base 20 counting system allowed for sophisticated calculations. One of the civilization's most remarkable achievements was its calendar system. Through careful observation of the heavens, Maya astronomers tracked the movements of the sun, moon, planets, and stars, creating calendars with extraordinary precision. The long count calendar, for instance, enabled them to record dates spanning thousands of years. Rituals and ceremonies were timed to celestial events, linking the rhythms of nature with the cycles of daily life. Religion permeated every aspect of Maya society. The Maya pantheon contained scores of deities, each associated with forces of nature, agriculture, death, and creation. The gods were believed to interact with the world through the actions of kings and priests, who performed elaborate ceremonies to maintain cosmic balance. Bloodletting rituals, in which nobles offered their own blood, were common acts of devotion. Human sacrifices, though less frequent than in neighboring civilizations, were reserved for the most important occasions. Despite their achievements, the Maya lived in a landscape fraught with challenges. Dense forests and rugged terrain separated city-states, making travel difficult. Yet they engineered impressive solutions, constructing elevated causeways, sophisticated water management systems, and sprawling reservoirs to sustain their cities through dry seasons and unpredictable rains. Their agriculture was equally innovative, employing terrace farming, raised fields, and crop rotation to maximize yields. Trade connected the Maya to distant peoples. Markets bustled with activity as merchants exchanged jade, obsidian, cacao, textiles, and ceramics. These goods traveled along trade routes that stretched from the highlands to the coast, linking the Maya to cultures as far away as Teotihuacan in central Mexico. Wealth and resources fueled the ambitions of kings and gave rise to competition, diplomacy, and at times, war between rival city-states. As the Classic period drew to a close, signs of strain began to appear. Cities like Tikal and Calakmul, once powerful, were embroiled in constant warfare. Environmental pressures, including deforestation, soil depletion, and drought, placed growing stress on food supplies. Social upheaval followed. as the authority of kings waned and populations began to disperse. By the end of the 9th century, many of the great Maya cities in the southern lowlands were abandoned. The reasons for this classic Maya collapse remain a subject of debate among historians and archaeologists. Some point to environmental catastrophe, others to political fragmentation or disease. Most likely, it was a convergence of factors, a slow unraveling rather than a sudden downfall. Yet the story of the Maya did not end there. In the northern Yucatan, cities like Chichen Itza, Uxmal, and Mayapan flourished during the post-classic period, from 900 to 1500 CE. These cities adapted to changing circumstances, incorporating new architectural styles and influences from abroad. Chichen Itza, in particular, became a major center, famous for its massive pyramid, El Castillo, and the enigmatic ball court where sacred games were played. The arrival of Spanish conquistadors in the 16th century brought dramatic change to the Maya world. Armed with steel, horses, and foreign diseases, the invaders toppled Maya kingdoms and imposed new systems of rule. Despite fierce resistance, the Maya were gradually subjugated. Their cities fell silent, and their codices, containing centuries of accumulated knowledge, were destroyed or lost. Yet the Maya people endured. Across the highlands and lowlands, Maya communities preserved their language, traditions, and beliefs, often in secret. Today, millions of Maya descendants live in the region, speaking dozens of distinct languages and practicing customs passed down through generations. They continue to honor their ancestors, celebrate sacred festivals, and protect the ancient ruins that dot their homeland. The ruins themselves remain silent witnesses to the Maya's ingenuity. The stepped pyramids of Tikal rise above the jungle canopy, their stones echoing with the footsteps of priests and kings. The intricate stucco masks of Palenque gaze out across centuries, their expressions frozen in time. The ball courts of Copan recall the drama of ritual games played to honor the gods and settle disputes. Each site tells a story, not just of triumph and achievement, but of adaptation, resilience, and survival. Modern archaeologists and scholars have pieced together much of the Maya's history through painstaking research. Relying on glyphs, ceramics, and architectural remains, they have decoded royal lineages, reconstructed ancient rituals, and mapped vast networks of trade and communication. Yet mysteries linger. The full meaning of some hieroglyphs remains elusive, and new discoveries continue to challenge old assumptions. The Maya civilization stands as a testament to human ingenuity, a culture that thrived in a challenging environment, built breathtaking cities, and developed knowledge that rivals the greatest achievements of the ancient world. Their story is not simply one of rise and fall, but of endurance, transformation, and continuing relevance. In their descendants, their language, and their monuments, the spirit of the Maya lives on, inviting us to learn, wonder, and remember.